What's up, YouTube? Phoenix Deity back again with yet another Black Clover Phantom Knight YouTube video. So today we will be doing the 7-star showcase for Tag Lumiere, and it will be a very exciting experience for us because I've been using him a lot, and he is probably the most underrated unit there is right now. And the reason why so many people were wrong about him was because of his skill 1 and his skill 3. So here we go. Taking a look at him, he has 5,100 HP, 1,350 attack, 450 defense, 670 speed, and 690 wisdom, and 250 luck. He also has the Swallow formation, which will most likely come from Sekare, hopefully next week, and the Midnight Eye V2 formation, which comes from Awakened Link. Here's his 7-star art. No gem investments. His natural resistances fairly good. It's not easy to lower his intelligence, which is the big part about him. Moving over to the skills. So that is a transcendent attack to all enemies within range, plus for a while increase the critical rate of all allies. So even though the even though the skill range is a plus, the crit rate up is for every enemy. Well, for every ally, sorry. So every ally gets the critical up no matter where he is. So he could be in the back right. So, for example, he could be here. If he uses AA, everyone on the field on his side gets it. So that's very phenomenal, very good. AOM stops AOM sealing. Only really useful in PvP. Outside of that, I'm not sure where else it would be useful, but PvP is the main place for that. Mainly used to kind of counter Devil, in all honesty. Yeah, I can't think of any other way that would be useful in a way, shape, or form. So, excuse me. His skill 1 is for a while. For a long time, greatly increased the attack of all allies within range. So, his skill 1 and his skill 3 are the best part about his kit. So, I'm not sure really. I think global-wise, this would translate to a ×3 buff or extra large buff. And overall, because he does have 690 intelligence, that makes the buff much better than any other buff in the game right now. I'm pretty sure it's even higher than Awakened Patry. It's higher than Patry's skill 2 buff, which is really good. So he's essentially able to apply Patry's skill 2 buff to everyone on the board, which is phenomenal. And he has higher intelligence than Patry too, so a little extra. His skill 2 is just a simple attack to all enemy. Well, not a powerful attack to an enemy, single target. It's really solid. I'll speak more on that later because he's really, really good. Like, I feel bad that so many people underrated him, but he's super, super good. And his last skill is for a long time. Increased defense of all enemies within range. And that is the same kind of, it's the same buff. Not the same buff, but the same, kind of raise. So how, Patry is like, let's just say Patry is X3 for global, you know, because he does increase his own attack, even though global doesn't have it listed in his skill 2. He increases his own attack, and it's the same increase for defense. So you get an X3 defense raise for everyone, which is phenomenal. And here's his relic, the Starlight Ring. So for a while, excuse me, AOM sealing is nullified / you get resistance against it, and it greatly increases crit rate. That's really good. Personally, I would have loved if he had the increased action plus wisdom relic, since that is right now the last one that we're missing from the set. We have speed, we have attack, we have defense, so we're just missing the wisdom. So hopefully we get that relatively soon. Or even better, because it was an event relic, a action plus buffing skills enhancement, or for a long time toughening skills activation hasten, or hasten toughening skills. That would be probably one of the best relics for him. So we're going to switch up how we do the showcase, sort of. So towards the end of the video, I will talk about what I think will be good for him when it comes to relics and awakening gems. So let's head right into the showcase. So I've been using him a lot. And by a lot, I mean I've been using him a great deal. Oh, also, Defense Quest ranking for All Out War will be coming next update. So this update, this week. So make sure you are prepared for that. Should not be that bad in all honesty, but you know. I think this was one of the ones I did. Yeah, I wanted to fight enemies that did AoE damage. So, classic relics. For him personally, I'd probably use a different set of relics. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to it, but we're going to speed it up some. I think this is a safe place. I'm in Black Bull's V2, so his attack skill went off before his buff skill. There you go. Buffed his attack. Buffed his defense. We're going to use his AOM now. Oh, it's over there. And now we are going to use his Arcane Arts. We honestly could have swapped formations. So 3k, 5 ticks to all enemies within range. So my thing is lagging. That's my bad. We're going to use his AOM again. Oh, my capture is lagging really bad. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for my capture to catch up a bit. So there's an Arcane Arts from him. Use Lumiere. Okay. So we get the crit damage. So 28k for about 5 ticks, which is really good. And that's the part of him that's really incredible. His skill 2 almost did 100k. 100k on a single skill. So if you want to just sit there and like bask in that glory, that is phenomenal. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're good. I fixed the issue. But yeah, his skill 2 essentially did 100k critical. And I'm pretty sure his crit damage was also lowered, so he could hit ridiculously hard thanks to his skill 1 buff. I think Raya? No, Radis. I don't remember. I might have swapped it around, but changing the team a bit. I will use Black Bulls just because the when you have 2 units of the same two of the same units on a team, it really gets confusing model wise. That should be good. But yeah, he is insane. I don't think I've seen a unit do what 200 like what 100k crit on a skill before. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that before. So there's his attack buff for everyone. There's the defense buff. We are going to use his AOM just to get some crystals. Okay, well. Now we're going to use his Arcane Arts. He has critical damage. So around 15k for 5 ticks, which is really good damage. I'm going to use Julius. Hopefully delay some of what the enemy plans to do. Really should have Put ×2 on for this. And then we're going to use Narrow. 28k. Okay, alright. Lumiere's, he's such a good support. Let's do this so we can get some gems generated. Everyone has an attack boost. Now we're going to use his AOM again. His Arcane Art, sorry. The biggest hit was 25k. So 25k times 5 ticks. Oh my gosh, he's so good. He's so good. 25k times 5 ticks. He's literally insane. Keep in mind that's like without defense lowering, so when we go into the showcase, when we go into the nuking, he'll easily be able to surpass that. He just did 125k AoE damage. Whew, man, units just keep getting better and better. So here's the classic nuke team that we'll be using. And then I will show you guys something spectacular. We're in the formation swap so we can get blues fast. Oh, he raised their attack. That's fine. There we go. Okay, I was waiting for the last enemy, so now we're going to use Leo's Arcane Arts just to get it out the way. Okay, and then he just boosted everyone's attack, so... Oh, okay, I messed up a bit, I forgot to use Charmy. But you know, okay. I needed to attack before he does his skill 2. I need to attack before he does that. Nope. Again, 99k with his skill 2. He's a monster, man. He's a pure monster. We're gonna try that again. But he's so good. People underrated him so much. They're like, oh, you know, I wish he was better. He's really good. You want him to be better than this? Borderline want to break the game at that point. And turn on ×2. We're kind of waiting for his buffs now. Get through, we just need some more gems. And he went from taking, what, like 50 damage to taking 20 damage thanks to his defense up. Now he's taking 6 damage. He's just so good, man. Okay, I really wanted to use Charmy's skill to raise his intelligence. Okay. We're gonna have to do this quick. Okay, he's using his skill 2. I'm furiously tapping Noel's Arcane Art. Now I have to tap his fast. Okay, we managed to get it off. $23k with 5 ticks. 23k. Oh my gosh. It's like, what, 115k? So he's really good. We're also going to try something else, just so you guys can compare, just to see how good his skill 2 is. We're going to go without those two. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're crazy for doing this. No. Yeah, he's taking like 14-ish damage. I forgot the formation swab. There's the defense up. That's fine. Everyone's still alive. Gonna do this. Get the critical damage up. We're gonna use Noel to lower that defense. Then we'll go straight into his arcane art. And you'll see why he's probably just gonna be the only buffer I have on my team now. 22k max hit as 24k. So if you did manage to get 24k for all of the attacks, that would have been 120k AoE damage. Keep in mind, that's without Charmy. He's crazy good. And now if we go a relic that actually gives him intelligence, so let's take him from this slot. Does that work? Let's do that. Yeah, this is good. Then we'll use a hero flag. We'll move him here. Move him here. But he's crazy good. He is crazy good because of his buffs. Like, he's definitely the best enhancer in the game, followed by Vanessa and Rouge, and then Dorothy. But he's 100% number one. He, like, without a doubt, he's number one. Have to do this so he doesn't die. I'm gonna have to do this so he doesn't die. Okay, well, he kind of died. Kind of, just a little. Let's go with the harp instead, because the harp gives every stat. So we'll do that, and then we'll go over what I think gems, what gems I think would be really good, and what, you know, accessories / relics. Swap immediately. Okay, I'm going to use this. There's a defense up. Alright, here we go. He still has the attack up. Oh, I didn't lower his defense. But still 14k without lowering defenses. He is phenomenal. So we're actually going to do 2 more runs just so you guys can comprehend how good his skill 2 buff is. We'll do 2 more runs and then this video will be over. In the meantime, we finally reach 1,000 subscribers, so I want to thank each and every one of you for all the support you guys have been doing. I really couldn't have made this without you guys, so there's plenty of thanks to go around for that. Let's use Charlotte. We'll use Charlotte and Yami. Where is the harp? I just had it. I swear, there it is. I can't wait to max out the harps. They will be phenomenal. Well, the harp. So, just so we get a retrospect for how much damage he really does. Or, well, how much damage he can provide for units. So, I'm going to use his AOM. Swap. Ooh, she's about to use her skill 2. Is that her skill 2? No, that's her skill 1. Okay, I'm tapping Noel's. There we go. Now we'll see how much, this does the classic Charmy setup. Nothing added. Nothing different. 145k. Extremely solid, extremely good. But now, we're gonna use Lumiere instead. And we'll see how stupid the damage he provides is. There's no relic that I have that increases wisdom. Actually, I forgot what this does. That's speed. I could have sworn I had a relic that increases wisdom. I guess it's fine. Oh, New Year's Charming Relic is actually pretty good on him. I don't know, so we'll just go with Stormbroach. I didn't even check my setup. That's bad, but we should be fine in all honesty. Yeah. She's the only one tanking, but that's completely fine. There's the attack buff. She healed herself. This isn't... Actually, wait, no, we're fine. We're going to use the AOM, which might have been a bad idea. We're going to use Lumiere's skill. So now everyone gets critical with his 600 intelligence. We're going to use Noelle to lower defense, so we have to beat 145k. 145, you know, that's kind of hard to beat. Maybe that isn't so easy to beat. And 159. Okay, so he is an incredible addition to any team that you can fit him on. Still testing out teams, but I think this might be one of the better ones you can use him on. Minus the formation, minus formation too, but yeah. So yeah, overall really good. Looking at gem abilities for him. Let me go to the actual gem page. He has high attack, mid defense overall. So you can only get away with putting either attack gems or wisdom gems on him, just so he gets a higher boost for that. And 2 abilities of potentially either, you know, wisdom insight, so he gets more attack. I think buff hasten is a must for him, as well as potential, yeah, like wisdom insight, buff hasten, or potentially defense penetration, depending on what you want him to do. Let's go to relics now. Dorothy Cap at max level probably is one of the better ones for him. He gives attack, HP, attack, defense, intelligence. Harp is good as well because the harp gives all of those stats. It gives every stat, and it's somewhat defense. Well, it's just really solid. It gives every stat, so one of those 2 would be really good for him. Or even Savior Sword if you want. That's the level 4 one. But yeah, Savior Sword, also a good option. And then I guess this would probably be the last thing you kind of would want to put on him. Oops. Then relic-wise, Stormbroach increases his speed, so the more he attacks, the more you'll be able to get some blue drops / red drops, which means you'll be able to get his AA faster, which is good. New Year's Charmy's relic. Well, it's not level 4, but level 5, increased defense and for a short time gives you ability hasten, well, toughening hastening, which is really good. And I think that might be it. Yeah, that kind of is it. We're still waiting for a, you know, action plus wisdom relic, which would probably be best on him. You could even get away with using the action plus defense since he is kind of lacking in defense, but you can easily give him a relic to make up for that. And by kinda, I mean he has nearly 500 defense. So I mean lacking in like a low lacking term. So that was the showcase. Hope you all enjoyed. He's a phenomenal unit. I'm definitely going to use him for tower. This Friday? Not this Friday, jeez. this Wednesday. So should be fun, should be fine. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks to the 10K subscribers. I think I have a good video or two scheduled for that. But yeah, thank you guys once again. I'll do all that juicy YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.